just wanted to go live. I haven't gone live before in here, so I just wanted to see if it works for one. So if it works, please smash the like button, consider subscribing. And if this becomes something that you like, maybe I'll do live streams more often. But the space is coming together. I'm switched almost all to this inventory system now, which is nice. And the photo backdrop I'm working on, and wanted to ask you guys with some opinions of that to let me know what you guys think and what kind of material I should use as the backdrop. I like the LED lights around the outside. Just took them out of the photo box. What's up? What's up? So it looks like the comments are working. And then using a gray background because I don't like editing photos anymore. So no longer editing photos, just using a gray background because it acts as a gray card. And the photos don't look as professional in my opinion, but my sales have been the same or better with the gray background. I think it's a little bit more accurate. What's up, Gus? Thank you for calling in from San Diego. Maybe let me know where you guys are from. I am in Oakland, California, and this is the setup. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. And I haven't done a live like this for a while. Maybe I'll do a Q&A. Copy is asking what products sell the most. For me, what sells the most, probably I'd say t-shirts. I don't get a lot of t-shirts, but those sell the fastest in the clothing category for me. Can I comment on the auction professor's claim that relisting is necessary? I don't need to do sell similar. I don't have it. I think the professor, his name is Don. Maybe for his model, it does require relist, delist, relist. Personally, I don't do that. I'm trying to just list items one time and then never touch it again. If you have to go back in, end your item, and relist it, your hourly rate actually goes down because you're spending more time working on that. So there's a lot of things that a lot of resellers do that don't earn more money. So if you have to go back and fix a listing, you're not earning more money. You're actually earning less money because you already spent time listing it one time. Now you're listing it a second time. And most likely there's something wrong with the price, the title, the item specifics. That's 90% of why items don't sell. Southern Ohio. Also, let me know in your area how much storage units cost. For me, I have a commercial one. It's like a little over $2 a square foot. So it depends on where you are. Mine does have electricity. So I pay a separate power bill. I'm in a commercial unit. So depending on where you are, you may have ones that have electricity and some that don't. Let's see. Um, I don't know why people want to refresh their store. What is the point of that? Like, you list an item, it can take 1, 2, 5, 10 months to sell. A lot of people like to do things because they don't want to do any additional work. So like instead of listing another item, they go back and fiddle with the settings, and I don't know why you would do that. Just list another item. Just make your store bigger. The advice that I got a long time ago is really good, which is if you have 500 items, you'll make more money than the 250 items, provided you know what you're doing. Let's see. Somebody needs an eBay video to find inventory. That's actually one of the easier parts of reselling is finding inventory. Um, it's like once you decide what you want to sell, you'll have more inventory than you can sell. If you just sell random items, you'll never be able to get a hold on sourcing because you'll just be chasing. You'll be hoping that when you go somewhere, you find something. Instead of you sell a specific thing and you look for where those things come from. Ella said his storage went up $90 since December. I have gotten probably, on average, I get 2 storage increases in rent a year. So twice a year it goes up. What's up, Bluegrass Picker? I don't have, I've never been to a storage unit where the rent does not go up. So I don't know what that's like. What's up, Neil and Jan? Happy to ask questions. If you guys like this, I can do a live more often. 10 by 25, $250. That's nice. Where I live in California, it's dry, so I don't have a humidity problem. Plus, all my stuff is sealed in bags, so it's not like there's not a humidity problem for me. What's up? What's up? Suncoast of Florida, nice. Yeah, here I would say, on average, the rent goes up maybe 2% every half a year. Watching in the UK, what's going on? Yeah, I wonder what time is it in the UK? My morning call is 6 a.m. here in California, but it's 2 p.m. in the UK. We have some UK people on the call. How is the new setup? The new setup is great. So if you guys like this, I'll do more lives from inside of here. Let's see. Nice. Somebody made 1K in their first 3 weeks. Sorry, I'm trying to get the chat. Where did I buy the bags to store clothing? So this is in the description below. They're 10 by 13 bags. And I'm gonna add that. So new thing. I have I'm adding all the questions that everyone has to my website. So I'm gonna go dailyrefinement.com/FAQ. I'm gonna put every single reseller question in there. So if you throw it, email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com a specific question like what bags do you use, what printer do you, whatever you need to know, and I'll throw it in there. But I use 10 by 13 bags for clothing, and then I use 12 by 15 bags um, for shoes. So they look a little bit different. Here, I'll get it. Like the 12 by 15 bags are bigger, right? So this is for shoes. Yeah. So that's what I'm using right now. Let's see. There's probably some more questions. Rise and grind. Yep. I haven't talked to Shane in a while. How do I prep clothes? So I cut the tag off first from Goodwill. Then we wash the ones that I wash. Not all clothing is washed, but most of it is washed. Fold it, and then it gets photographed and it gets listed. And then right here to my left are the returns. So I do get a significant amount of returns because I'm in the clothing category. So I process them every day now. I used to let them build up and then do them all at the same time. But now as they come in, I just process them and put them back. Let's see. Someone told me to list before Black Friday. I mean, you should be in a hurry every day. We only have so much life left, so why would you not list as much as you can? I struggle with this because some people are waiting for me to tell them, okay, it's time, you can go list now. So I'm giving you permission. You can go list as many items as possible. I don't know why you need that motivation. Do I wash my clothes or pay by the pound? I pay by the pound. I have a pre-negotiated rate with a laundromat. I don't do any of my own washing. Um, the more authentic light and photo seems to be having more sales. For me, returns is 2%. So on 100 sales, I get 2. And each week I'm at around 1,000 sales. So that's 20 returns. So I have one of my goals is to have more returns than most people have sales, because people are always complaining about returns, and returns are honestly should be a small part of your business. So shouldn't be so worried about returns that it cripples you. Let's see. Let me look up the chat. You went to garage sales and found nothing today. Wow, sorry to hear that, Mark. Yeah, it's becoming more and more competitive. If you're not one of the first people at a garage sale, you might not get anything. That's just sort of the reality. And right now, also reselling is so easy that most people can resell 1 to 5 items instead of having a garage sale. I'm not saying it's easy to run a resale business, but selling a few items here or there is insanely easy. Also, I don't know if this is clear or not because I've never tried streaming from my phone before. Red One scored huge at a garage sale. Do I suggest listing once a day or all 7 at once? Um, wow, too many questions. Sorry, it's hard to answer. So let's see. You're a new seller. Okay, I'm going to try to address some of these questions. What's the material that I use? I recommend the IKEA Stop Felt. I think it's STOPFILT. If you just Google that, it'll pop up. I don't have that at the IKEA near me, so I just tried some material from IKEA. I'm not IKEA, Joann's Fabric. It's like a fuzzy carpet material. I don't like it, so I'm going to be adjusting it and finding something else. Let's see here. I'm trying to get the. Yeah, let's see. What's the average percentage you should get back on your sale? So for me, I'm looking to triple my money. So if I spend $1, I want to make 3. Now it depends. It depends on what it is, because $1 is not very much money, so I want to triple my money. But I'm also willing to spend 100 to make 5 if I don't have to do anything. Okay, so my maximum would be spending 100 to make $5 in 3 months if I don't have to do anything. Jamie, thank you for the $2 super chat. Question is, how you get stick material leather to stick? I don't. I actually pin it. So I use, if it's a slick material, I'll just pin it to this part of the pants like that, and to hold it to show something specific. But I use a hanger every single time. I don't actually stick the material to my surface. All of the pictures look exactly the same, and I use a hanger every single time. What's up, Gus? Thank you for the super chat. What are the lights that I have? I don't use any ring lights. They're LED lights. I'll get one for you. So these are just magnetic strip LED lights, right? So I just attached 8 of these to the backdrop, and I don't use a ring light. So I just use these lights that I got on Amazon. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do YouTube on my phone. I'm gonna put this back real quick. You talked about taking your store on the road. Oh, I changed my mind. So Britta's saying, I was talking about putting this in my, okay, so here's this right here, okay? One of these rows, I'm hoping, holds 1,000 items, and of the 1,000 items, I expect to sell around 300 to 400 items per month with my price points. So if I put that inside of a Sprinter, right, in theory, I put one of these on each side of the Sprinter, then I can make a full-time living on the road. I thought that was pretty cool. But the problem is these are really heavy. One of these shelves is like, with the stuff on it, is 1,200 pounds. So if I have 2 of these in my Sprinter, that's 2,500 pounds of extra weight. So what I'm going to do, and you guys will watch this as this unfolds over the next couple of months, I'm going to hire a shipper. I've always done my own shipping, but I'm going to hire a shipper. So what that's going to do is I'm going to go on the road in the Airstream. I want an Airstream. And my wife and I are going to travel around, new baby too, so our new daughter come with us, in the Airstream with no reselling in the car. So if we find something, I'm going to ship it back here. They'll open it up, list it, put it into the store, and they'll ship it, and I won't have to do it. I'd rather get my store to the point where it can work without me being here than take the store with me on the road, because it's too much work. Right? And it also takes away from enjoying driving around when I have to fulfill orders and find stuff. But it would work. I could do it. I'd just rather do it for fun. Let's see. How do I organize my inventory? I wonder if this can switch. Let me know in the chat if this works. Okay, can you guys, let me know in the chat if you guys can see this. Okay, Vintage Freak is asking, is there a best time to list during the day? No, there's not. Don't worry about that. Okay, so see this, $7.99. This $833. You can see that 799 through 832 will be in this one. I don't have to number anything on the front. So when I organize it, if I pull this out, I would put the last one in this row will be 822 or 832 rather. I can put that in the front here. So it's all chronological. Okay, so you can see, right? As I go through the whole system, I'm moving all 30,000 items to this system. So I used to write the number on here, but I don't have to do that anymore, because you can see on top what number it is. So there's no point in writing this. Plus I reuse these boxes, so I don't have to do that anymore. So yeah, I have not lost a single item since I switched to this system, and it's been a lot easier. And then yeah, I have the lights set up in this format on top. So, and again, this is the first day of me putting this here, so I don't know if it's a good system or not. But that's the current system. And then yeah, I'm working out of a storage unit, and you guys can see. You know, this is the front of the unit. This is my shipping area. You get what was I gonna say? I actually can close the door all the way too because um, it's a commercial storage unit and I can do that. How many employees do I have? Just one. So I used to have three. One employee, her daughter had a baby, or I don't know what, some family thing came up, so she stopped working for me. So one of the reasons why I haven't been on YouTube that much recently is because I closed my South Carolina store. So I'm gonna take my AirPods off, so let me know if you can't hear me. Um, so let's see. I have only one employee now. The one lady that worked for me stole a laptop, so I fired her. I don't know why she did that. It makes no sense. The laptop was worth $600. Why would she steal a laptop from me when she was getting paid $1,000 a week working for me? That just doesn't make any sense to me why she would steal a $600 laptop. She could have just asked me for $600 and I would have given it to her, so I don't know what that was all about. The other lady, family thing, so she stopped working for me in South Carolina, so I closed that store. So right now I'm not in a hurry because I'm shipping that entire store here in the next 10 days and closing that store. I was gonna fly out and visit Harry Tornado because my other shop is in South Carolina, but I'm closing it. Let's see. Oh, I sound more in the background now. Yeah, Junkyard Dog. I haven't talked to Matt in a while. He is around. Do I steam to remove wrinkles? No, I don't. I actually store my items flat, and overnight, most of the wrinkles come out. How much would I pay someone per item? It depends. So if the items are, it depends. I would actually pay hourly if you could. If you could pay hourly and expect a certain percentage out of output for your people. So for example, for me, I'm expecting 26 photographs per hour and I'm expecting 26 listings per hour. So the lady that works for me now, she does 105 listings and she's done 105 listings every single day for I think 3 months now. On the, let's see, she's done 105 listings the last 3 months doing the tech and sports method. So if you guys haven't followed my partner on eBay, his method is you take all the photos at once and then you list all at once. Okay, so that's all in one day. So she takes 105 photos in 4 hours, then she packs them in the plastic and puts them away, and then she sits down here at the listing desk and lists 105 in a row, and then she goes home. It takes about 7.5 hours for her to list 105. What would you source from? Let's see. Sorry, I missed that last comment. Where would I source from if I run out of my own stuff? I would do thrift stores and garage sales first. Then I would start developing business-to-business relationships and doing more wholesale. Carol's asking, do I lose more money shipping your stuff home? No, oh, it cost me about 50 cents to ship the item from South Carolina here. Let's see. What do I mean by store? More storage areas or more sourcing areas? Sorry, I don't understand that question. Do I do store reviews? I don't, but you can get a store review in my mentorship. So this is what I would recommend you do. There was a lady that just posted it. She said, I have 1,100 items in my store. I haven't had any sales in days. What was wrong? And she put that in the group. You can join the Patreon at patreon.com/the resellers podcast. Patreon.com/the resellers podcast. She posted it and there was 58 responses on what was wrong with her store, but it's always the same thing. Titles aren't good, item specifics aren't filled out, pricing is bad, not enough items, don't list regularly. It's always the same reason. So most people, their sales are poor because of the same reason. I could do more store reviews and I might do store reviews in the future, but it's not something that I like to do. That's why we have the mentorship set up, so that you can just post your store and you can get 50 people to review your store. And you can tag me if you want me to weigh in on your store. I will. Just tag me in the Facebook group and I'll check it out. What camera do I use for the pictures in my eBay store? I use an iPhone 8. So now that I have the new setup, I might switch to a camera because it's wide enough. So I'll show you guys. Okay. Now, right?
You guys can see. Okay, so let's assume this is a square. Hopefully you guys can see. This is not the backdrop. It's just something that I was testing today. Obviously, I put it on something sharp in the back. But now that it's wider, I can use a regular camera. So I call this view hot dog, and then I call this view. I call the other way hamburger, and I can now take hamburger style photos. So I will do that. Hustle Shark is saying, can I live show how I photograph and list? I can. Especially, I mean, if you guys can see this okay, then I'll just use my phone to stream. I've never tried it before though. Do my stores get messed up with intense creasing? Nope. So my items, they look, I mean, would you be happy if you got this in the mail? It's decent, right? I mean, it's not intense. And plus, with my new system, items are selling in 2.5 months. Is it $16 worth it for Selling Manager Pro? Absolutely not worth it. But I recommend you get a premium store. Premium store is where it's at, and it includes the Selling Manager Pro. So I gotta go in a couple of minutes, guys. So if you want to ask your questions, ask it now, because we have an Amazon call in the mentorship with Jack Weaver. Shout out to at Video Game Source. Allie, what's up? And I gotta hop onto the Amazon call in a couple of minutes. You guys can join me. And if you guys like this, I'll do more lives. Do I prep or dry clean only items? Dry clean only items, I dry clean. So it depends on what they are. I just dry cleaned the Burberry trench. Let's see. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate it. What's the best way to set up a consignment with a business? They provide the merch, we list and ship 50-50. I would never consign it 50-50. That's too high. So it depends on your terms. You would have to go to really desperate people for them to split 50-50 with you. Those are horrible terms. I would never consign with you if it was 50-50. I would sell my stuff myself, or because, like, okay, let's say you have an iPod and the iPod's worth $100. 50-50 sounds horrible. I could just throw it on Craigslist for $50 and it would sell in 10 minutes, right? There's no reason to consign at that level. I would say, like, I don't know, it's really hard. Unless it's complete junk, like lower end stuff, I would do the 50-50 and let you do it. Let's see. What's up, Darlene? Do I end and sell similar? No, I don't end and sell similar. Waste of time. Are the podcasts the best value for people who don't do Facebook? Yes, I would say that for $5, it's a really good deal because you can listen to our podcast in full length with no commercials. I'm a big fan of listening with no commercials because it's nice not having to listen through ads. So $5 is a good deal. I don't use Facebook at all except for the Facebook group. I just have the group saved. Go in there, get a couple of questions answered, move on. I don't do the I'm not on there to slide into people's DMs or talk to people. So if it takes me a long time to respond to you on Facebook, it's because I'm not really on there. Let's see. Do I use Steam to remove wrinkles? I don't. I have a Jiffy. It's really nice, but I don't have that issue. This live will be saved. Yes, I got the beaver shirt. Thank you so much. So yeah, it's been awesome because, okay, as an example, I sold the Bulbasaur that I had that I really liked to start the baby store, to start my store Reseller Nirvana. And I was sad because I sold this Bulbasaur, but then somebody else sent me another Bulbasaur that they found, so I got it right back. So just nice. All the stuff that I sold that I really liked, somebody in YouTube land sent me one, so that's nice. How long did my old Yeti last with the photo box? 8 hours. I could take photos with the old system. Melissa tripled their money since she joined the group. That's awesome. Does a membership include the Zoom meetings? Yes. There's 20 Zoom meetings. You get all of them for $35 a month. Did I shut down my Reseller Nirvana store? I did. Closed. No more Reseller Nirvana store. I don't want to run more than one store, so I actually closed it. No more. One store. Just a daily refinement store. Bargain discount. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Have I ever had issues with eBay restricting your account because there seems to be a counterfeit? No, but I have had eBay remove items that they thought were counterfeit before. I sold a pair of Chanel flats that they removed, so now I don't sell Chanel anymore on eBay because I can't really authenticate Chanel, and even the Real got sued by Chanel because they can't verify it. So I try to stay away from Vero brands. I'd like to do personally, I'd like all of the items in my store to be under $20. I don't want to sell the high-end stuff because it's too much work. I'd rather just sell $220 items per day. That's my goal. Let's see. Have you been experiencing a decrease in activity? So Brandy, you can post your group in, if you want a store review, you can join the mentorship, post your store. Okay, don't just post your store and say, why are my sales slow? You should explain everything, like what's your listing habit, how many items do you list each day, what are your most recent items so we can get an idea of what you've been listing recently. And then tell us what you're working on that we can give you the best results. If you just post, why are my sales slow? People are totally going to troll you, not in a negative way, but they're going to look through your store and say, look, you haven't been active recently, your titles aren't very good, your item specifics aren't complete, and your price too high. So most of the time that you're not getting sales, that's the reason. How do you increase your listings per day? Just practice. You'll be able to list. If you can list 20, you can list 21. How many listings do you have to have on eBay to sell every day? I just got a couple more minutes. For me, I started getting regular sales on eBay after having 10 for sale. So I had regular sales. I had about 5 sales a day with 100 items, and it starts to slow down a little bit as you grow. So it depends on what you sell. If you sell $100 bills for $90, which is my example always, you'll have 100% sales every single day. If you sell $100 bills for $110 plus shipping, you will have 0 sales forever. You will never sell a $100 bill that's not special for $110 plus shipping because it's a terrible deal. So you have to look at what you're selling, and that'll help you get an idea of regular sales. Wow, there's a lot of questions, and there's no way I can answer all these. Do I ship? Okay, I do only the shipping and only the buying, and apparently I'm not a very good bulk buyer because I still buy every single one of my items one at a time. So I go to the flea market and I have a wholesaler that I buy from, and I pick every single item manually. Every single time I buy bulk, it's a challenge because I don't always get the best items, and I don't have a way to. I have such a limited space, like this space that I have, I can only store the items that I can list. So at this point, I worked really hard to get all the junk out of my store, so I have to continue to buy personally. And if I decide to do that store on the road where I do my eBay store on the road, I'm still gonna have this shop here, ship everything here. They'll get it in the mail, they'll open it. I also closed my PO box. So I used to have a PO box, but now if you guys want to send me stuff, you can just send it directly here and I will open it and go over it with you guys. Leslie, thank you for the super chat. Any tips for listing from a storage unit with no power? A lot of tips. So the way that I did it was I was really nice to the storage manager, and she let me use that plug thing that plugs into the light socket. That was how I did it. And then when that didn't work, I used my own Yeti power supply. I got the Yeti 600. It was able to power my photography lights for 8 hours. Do I have any issues with scammers? Yes. So I have a small issue with scammers, but that's another reason why I want to sell under $20 items. Last year for fun, I sold Nintendo Switches. I sold 11. I got scammed out of 1 and lost $300. So I just broke even. I sold 11 Nintendo Switches. I made money on 10 of them, and I lost all the money on 1 of them. Plus, I had to pay shipping to the customer and shipping back. I lost all the money on the Nintendo Switch and the to and from shipping because I got scammed. So now I just sell cheap stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. But guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna hop on my Amazon call. I'll see you guys in the mentorship. If you guys enjoy this, let me know, and I will do more lives from inside the shop, and I'll do more of me actually doing the work because people like to watch that for some reason. So appreciate you guys. Take care.